Whatever's comfortable.
Nothing is comfortable.
You guys. Hey, don't say hello.
I asked you. Was that a good start?
Mm-hmm. That's great.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome to the first video on our new YouTube channel, Brick Lovers. We're going to be doing a 2025 room tour.
All right. We're going to start off the room tour looking at all of the Star Wars sets, the best part of the room tour. Over here, we got all of our Tatooine sets. Moving over here, maybe the most underrated set that LEGO Star Wars has ever released with Cloud City. One funny thing about this area is this shelf was actually made to house the Millennium Falcon, but my wife surprised me last Christmas with a stand for it, so moved it from that shelf over to the other side of the room. You'll get to see it in a second. Up here we have the diorama sets. Chronological order is how I like to display things, so starting over here, Phantom Menace, moving all the way over here to Return of the Jedi. Moving up the wall here, a little out of order. On the top, we have all of my TIEs. Well, not actually all of my TIEs. I got a couple other TIE fighters. A few other things that's not displayed right now, but here are all my favorite TIEs lined up. We got down here, we got some prequel era sets, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and then moving over closer to me, Revenge of the Sith, with maybe my favorite set here, Palpatine's Arrest. Something that hopefully gets remade this summer, but probably won't. Down here we got some Clone Wars stuff, all of my Jedi Interceptors, and then just some random, some of my more liked sets or newer sets from the Clone Wars. Here we have the best part of the whole collection, which is the UCS wall. We designed this specifically so when you're walking through the hall over there and you look through the door, you can see all of the best sets that we have. Millennium Falcon, I mean, easily the best set in the whole collection. Probably the best Star Wars set that's ever been released, especially when you put it on a stand like we have it. The Slave One is probably my second favorite UCS set, followed by the AT-AT. Just a massive, massive set. And then down here, R2-D2 that was just released. Looking to get the C-3PO2 to pair with that. But really, this whole wall, I mean, amazing sets all the way down. Also, kind of hidden beneath all the Harry Potter sets, we got the Venator with exclusive Captain Rex. And then a couple other sets. A few Mandalorian sets. Droideka. And then back here, typically lining this wall behind the UCS sets because we run out of space. We have all of our BrickHeads and then also the anniversary minifigures. So you can see we got all of the 20th anniversary. Missing a couple of the 25th just because honestly I thought they came in sets that I wasn't really interested in. So hopefully someday on the secondary market we can buy the rest of the 25th anniversary figures as well. Complete the collection.
Okay, so since the Harry Potter theme rebooted in 2018, we have, I think, collected most of the sets that they released. So this is a large part of our collection, but we still do have sets that we can't display. Starting off on the first shelf, my two favorite sets. Well, actually, I have three favorite sets on the shelf. The first favorite set is the castles. So the micro scale castle and the micro scale castle. I like how it shows the entire castle and not bits and pieces like it does up there. Okay, wait. My other favorite set on this shelf is Diagon Alley. When we first were building this room out, we put this shelf in specifically to display Diagon Alley with Gringotts and to be able to show the vault underneath. But we quickly ran out of space and realized that we needed to readjust our shelves. So we did have to move it up to this shorter shelf, but I think that set is really cool. But we are still able to display the full vault, and it kind of still sits with Diagon Alley. So on the second shelf, we have the modular system that started in 2018. That's not my favorite because they don't actually form a castle, but Levi likes them, so we leave them up. And then these ones are from like the reboot of the modulars, but we do not have all of them displayed here. We don't really like the way they look on their own, so we don't have all of them yet. And then over here on the end is all of our Goblet of Fire sets. So the last shelf of Harry Potter is the top shelf. We have Grimmauld Place over in that corner. I like that one. I think the ear's kind of funny. These are not in chronological order. We eventually will do that. We just haven't yet. And then I like the Burrow. I think it's a fun set, how they made it tilt. We have the Ministry of Magic up here. That's a cool set because we were able to put it in the corner so it actually looks real. And then the last thing we have up here are the banners. They're not my favorite set, but I do like the way that they're hung up on the wall. That's the only thing we have hung up in here right now.
I am mainly a Star Wars guy, and Sydney over there is mainly like a Harry Potter girl. So that's what we have mostly in this room. But here is some of our sets that are not those. We got some superhero sets. I'm a big Spider-Man guy. He's my favorite. So the Daily Bugle is one of my favorite sets in this room. We got the X-Jet. And then more recently, I've been getting into like medieval type sets. Here are the few gift with purchases, and then the blacksmith set. They don't have very many, so I haven't gotten very many yet. And then one of my favorite movie franchises is Indiana Jones, so I had to get those sets when they released them. But I wasn't into Lego nearly as much when the old Indiana Jones sets were coming out, so this is all I got.
So the last part of our collection is the Lego Village sets. So we have been collecting the Lego Village sets since 2019. We've got them every year. I'll try to find a picture of when they were set up. We just took them down a few weeks ago after Christmas. This year we also added in the Home Alone house, which is an awesome set. It's such a fun, interactive set. If you guys have seen it, most of the walls will open up. A lot of the scenes from the movie are displayed, so this is one of my favorites. So we thought we would end the video by talking to you guys about how we built our Lego room. It's actually a lot easier than I think we even thought it would be. It seemed like a daunting task, but really it wasn't that bad. So before we decided to do the built-in shelves, we just had two small standing IKEA shelves on this wall, which clearly was not cutting it. So we decided that we would start building out this room. And what we did first was Levi identified the sets that he wanted to display on these lower two shelves. So that's the shelves we started with. We only had two going around the whole room. And we specifically picked the width for those shelves based on the sets that he wanted to display. Like he said, this bottom shelf here was meant for the Millennium Falcon, but we ended up getting a stand, so we've just kind of added other sets in this spot. And then that was the first phase of the project. It took us probably just a few hours. We really just went and bought wood from Lowe's, and then all of these brackets depending on the size of wood that we were using, the width. So that first phase of the project, I'm guessing, was only about $150. And then a few weeks later, we decided that we wanted to build up the walls anywhere we could. So that's when we added the third layer all the way around the room. So again, we designed these specifically for whatever sets we were going to display. Like we were talking about with Diagon Alley, we added in this shelf specifically for that set to connect with Gringotts. It worked out that we had to move it, but that's kind of how we did it based on where we wanted to put things. Same over here. We did super narrow shelves that were perfect to display the dioramas. And then again, extended them for whatever Levi kind of had in mind for his Star Wars sets. So that is our full room tour. Like and subscribe, and we'll be posting another video soon of our biggest Lego haul.